Hey man, God don't like ugly, man.
Tell you about the social media influencer known as Chud the Builder is now facing an attempted murder charge after a shooting today outside the Montgomery County Courthouse. Deputies say Dalton Etherly, better known as social media as Chud the Builder, was involved in a fight leading to gunfire. Both men were hospitalized. Deputies just arrested Etherly, charging him with attempted murder, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon. Tonight, he's being held in the Montgomery County Jail.
What we finally thought would happen ultimately did happen. Chud the Builder, aka Dalton, whatever his last name is, has finally pulled his weapon out and harmed somebody like he said he would. The guy that has built up a platform, walking around antagonizing people, disrupting the peace, and saying that he would defend himself at any cost. He's trying to hide behind the First Amendment, saying that, hey, this is free speech, this is self-defense, but I'm here to tell you, this brother is cooked beyond belief. And I brought on experts that help really prove that Chud the Builder is gonna go behind bars for a very long time after this most recent stunt that he's pulled. Is he going to jail?
Yes, yes. The answer is absolutely yes.
You have expressed your distaste, your dislike for black people. How do you convince a jury? Chud is cooked and over with.
Yeah. What a dumbass. If you knew this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button.
It's nothing. It's really nothing to say, bro. You clearly hate this certain race, and then you end up shooting one, and they expect somebody to act like they are the reason for it. Like, really, you think these people who ain't did nothing to you ever in your life, probably, other than check out the last video.
Before this, Chud the Builder story was already a very dark one. He'd gotten arrested from a Nashville restaurant incident just a couple days ago, where he had stolen some food and then walked down the street and was a public nuisance and disturbance while also resisting arrest. While being arrested and detained, he was questioned by the FBI if he was a part of some terror groups that were plaguing the United States and go around being provocateurs as white supremacists. Then when he got out of prison, his family was starting to disown him, his baby.
Bro, look at this man, bro. Do he not look like a fucking white supremacist? This nigga straight out of Red Dead, bro. This nigga is a fucking racist. Clear as day. It's the mustache, the mullet, the goddamn overall straps and shit, man. This nigga, man.
His mother said that she would remove his last name from their child's last name because his name was being drugged through the mud, and it was not a good look. The content looked like it was finally catching up to him, but here is a situation in which it is fully caught up to him, but I don't think that he realizes that this isn't gonna go the way that he's been proclaiming it would on social media and on the internet.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Damn.
Holy shit.
They're out here.
Somebody got shot.
Yeah. Is someone down? I just see the one guy.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead. Oh.
He's fucking dead.
He looked like he wasn't alive no more, bro. But I'm gonna say this: if he is dead on GTA and this man do walk free, it was definitely a ritual. Do not piss me off.
Civil matter down at a Tennessee courthouse. Chud the Builder got into a confrontation with some other young gentlemen.
I ain't trying to go down no rabbit hole right now, but y'all gotta know how this shit get out here.
After this, that they attacked him. He pulled out his pew-pew in self-defense and shot at them. Now, in an attempt to defend himself, he also grazed himself before police showed up and stopped up the whole fight. Now, after further investigation, he is hit with a litany of charges that we'll read a little bit later in the video, but one of them includes attempted murder. And I don't think Chud is going to beat this. Now, we all know who Chud the Builder is at this point, and we know that he is a liar and somebody who minimalizes situations. He's a fake tough guy, somebody who portrays to be one of the hardest in the bunch, but when met with any sort of real pushback, he's on the phone with the cops. So in this situation where the cops ask him about what actually happened at the event,
would that be attempted murder though?
That there is a clear contradiction between the testimony that he gives and the video footage that we now have on the internet. Shout out to Poetic Flacco for providing that, because he was the first person, at least that I saw, have that footage, but it's a complete contradiction from Chud the Builder's statements.
So you're sitting on the corner. I walked up to him because they were pointing at me. They were laughing, they were pointing at me, and I said, "What's up, guys? How y'all doing?" I said, "Y'all like the new suit?"
You like the new suit? Shut the fuck up. Why would you be, bro? That shit sounds so cap, bro.
He said, "Walk away from me." I walked away from him. He came back up to me. He literally said, I have PTSD. I feel like I'm in. He said, you start saying all that chimp out shit to me, I'm going to hit you. He hit me. Started
skipping parts. So he said, say that chimp out shit. He basically dared you to say some stupid shit, and then he just hit you without letting you. Word. No, that's not how that go, bro.
wailing
Shut up,
on me,
bro.
even after I had to defend myself by shooting him. He's still wailing on me.
Now let me ask y'all, does that make any sort of sense there?
At
Chud the
all,
Builder
none
claims
at all,
that
bro.
he was
What?
basically minding his business, and these guys kind of initiated the confrontation. Everything that we've known about Chud the Builder throughout the past couple of weeks lets us know that that's not true. Sure, people do recognize him up until this point, but to act as if he played no part in this, that he didn't say the hard R N-word that he's done for pretty much the past week that people have been covering, that the police have seen at this point. This same town right here, like this same town's police force has told him about the fact that they have seen these things. He's acting as if that's not him. I don't know why this guy did this. It's the most amazing BS that we've ever seen. But the thing that is the most telling is this concept that the guy kept wailing on him after he had to do the self-defense. The next amazing concept is that the guy came up to him and said, hey, I have PTSD, and if you hit me with that chimp out stuff, then I'm gonna have to punch you. And then, with no action or reaction from Chud the Builder, the guy just starts punching him. That doesn't make sense
at all,
what's
bro.
Probably the most telling, and again, Chud doesn't know that we.
You ain't going. Come on, bro. Comment down below if this how you going. This, bro, you ain't never in your life said, nigga, say it again. Motherfucker said nothing, and you just start beating their ass. What the fuck? Is that not bully shit? What the fuck? Ain't nobody doing that. Call my mama ugly again. Oh, you ain't gonna say nothing? Stop it.
You have any video
That's not how that go, brother.
Actual incident is him claiming that, you know, even after I used my weapon in
order to get him up off me,
he still proceeded to wail on me. Did we have the video? And in this video, we can clearly see that seems as though you are jumping on him. It seems as though you are pursuing him. The reason why I pointed out the fact that he's a courthouse, because I think that that's also an interesting component to me, is that in a situation of self-defense, I'm pretty sure you have to be fearing for your life in order for you to escalate to a weapon. When I've been to courthouses before, there have been a plethora of law enforcement agents outside. So if a guy ran up to you and punched you, that does not mean that you escalated to some sort of gun violence, especially because you could have ran and find an officer after getting that person up off you. And this is exactly why Chud the Builder faces attempted murder charges. But you know what? I'm no expert in this situation. That's why I've called on a close friend to see how she feels about this situation from her legal expertise standpoint. Welcome to the show, AV to the 7th power. Ooh.
Hi.
Let's get into it. A laundry list of charges for Chud the Builder, self-proclaimed free speech expert, advocate of self-defense, based off of everything that you've seen, AV. Is he going to jail?
Yes, yes. The answer is absolutely yes. Absolutely yes, without a doubt. I think the state of Tennessee, the DA's office, they're going to come hard on him because when people start doing what he's been doing, it becomes something that's like a public nuisance. And it becomes a public safety concern. You know, for such a long time, this guy has been, you know, preaching the free speech type of thing, right? But it's also coming with putting people in danger. And the situation has been escalating with him for quite some time.
Can I get an understanding of what self-defense is? Because from my understanding, it's not like an escalation. In order for you to use, I think they have him as like a deadly weapon in the attempted murder combination. Somebody else also has to have a deadly weapon in that situation.
Yes. Whenever we look at human combat,
so you shot a nigga instead of fighting with your hands, bro.
Pieces that are really
you got on your ass, start rocking your shit. You want to pull out a gun. Crazy, man.
When we look at a situation, who is the antagonist, the antagonist, one that is pretty much approaching the other person. When someone is approached, you do have a right to defend yourself. And there's a few realms of that. We can even talk about defense of property and defense of yourself as a person. Now, when someone approaches you and you're put in fear and apprehension and, you know, the risk of bodily harm is imminent, that is when legally you have a right to defend yourself. Now, the situation with this guy is, you know, it also comes with, you know, the use of weapons, so to speak. Now, if you're in your house, you know, you have the right to protect your home. So if somebody comes in your home, you can escalate. You could technically, you know, use a weapon in your home to defend your castle, you know, and that's like with the law stuff, like sometimes it does go back centuries when some of these laws were developed, especially coming from, you know, the UK, things like that. But it's a lot of old law. Now, there's the defense of property, but there's also the defense of a person. And really what that means is you do have the right of self-defense. If you see something coming at you, like let's say somebody throws something at you, right? That's a risk of an item coming close to you. You have the right to defend yourself, you know? And this situation
so shit, motherfucker, we in the grocery store, motherfucker get mad and start throwing canned food, I can blow their ass down? What? I ain't gonna lie, I feel it, but it don't seem fair. They need to switch this shit up and make it righteous, man, because that don't even make sense. Hit me with a canned food, but at the same time, you can knock me the fuck out with a canned food, like with a can of fucking beans, bro. That shit heavy as hell. You throw it, you know what I mean? Throwing it about 30 feet, cross the goddamn stove, hit me with that bit, yeah. You're done for.
Weapons. You know, somebody else has a weapon. You have a right to defend yourself. Right. You know? Damn. So this chud guy has been out of control for a really long time.
I think what also makes it interesting, because I don't know how they're claiming self-defense, and at least the video that we've seen, he's on top of the guy. I don't know if you'd seen that. He's on top of the guy before the police come and pull him up. So even in self-defense, at least what I would think, hey, maybe the guy does attack you. You
that's
get
probably
him
after
off of
you
you
shot,
with your
bro,
mace or you shoot him. That doesn't mean that you continue pursuit. I don't think that's self-defense.
Overkill,
so, and that's the other thing. I heard a little bit of the body cam
he got a lot of aggression
as well,
and
where
hate
he
towards the
explains
race, bro.
the situation.
They're gonna use that against him.
Break the situation down, and that's how they're gonna look at it legally. Who said what first? Who made the first physical move first, right? And then what was the response? And was that response appropriate given the situation? And also looking at your peers, would a normal citizen in society respond the way that you did? That's the big thing with Chud's case, is most people would have not responded the way that he did. I think it's the case is
most people wouldn't be out here antagonizing black folks, bro. What are you talking about? This man is fucking out here bugging, bro. Like, he wake up every day trying to find the next person to fucking antagonize, bro. He don't do nothing but poke bears and everybody trying to trip because he got bit. No, let the nigga die. Let the nigga bleed out. Die!
He thinks he's gonna win, but it don't look like that.
After the incident, both gentlemen would be in stable condition, and Chud the Builder would be detained and ultimately arrested and charged with attempted murder, aggravated assault, reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon, and employing a firearm during a felony. Now, allegedly, we do have the victim of the situation's GoFundMe. His name is Josh, and he is a veteran who was suffering from PTSD, supposedly. So now we're in a situation.
So bro really psyched out. He really got PTSD. So I guarantee you took that and you said you started with that chimp shit, bro. You had to. After he said, nigga, you do that and I'm on your ass, you did that, bro. And he got on your ass and you want to shoot him. That's what I'm saying. But you probably bigger than bro and everything. He a retired veteran and shit. You more athletic right now, nigga. You more in shape. Chud the Builder. Why you not beat ass? Cause you can't hit. You was a weak ass nigga, bro. You a peg monster. The fuck?
Situation in which Chud the Builder has built up this case about himself. This is a serious matter. And now it's time to put to test whether that freedom of speech self-defense nonsense that he's been spewing is actually real. Prosecutors will now see Chud the person, the online figure, and see that it is crossed into some sort of violent actions, and are really gonna see if a grand jury is willing to say or not say, hey, this brother was protecting himself. The 4 charges aren't some misdemeanors that he was facing from the previous 2 arrests. This is a situation in which the state was saying that he could have potentially killed somebody, ended their entire existence over an argument that started with potentially words and maybe a fist. And it's going to be extremely hard to say that, you know, you held little involvement in this situation, that, you know, you were not the aggressor or the antagonizer, specifically when, you know, the word is out about you. This isn't your first time being arrested or booked by this same exact county, town, city, and state. They have a rap sheet on you. Hell, the last time that you were arrested, they were asking you about being being a part of a terror organization. The last time you called out the police, they knew exactly who you were. And everybody, and I do mean everybody, is acknowledging that his words have more meaning than he says it does. So this is where the whole line of "it's just words" as a defense starts falling apart. His whole content model is built off of this. And he knows that those words will elicit some sort of reaction from an audience that is walking by innocently. People online are saying that Chud the Builder could face decades in jail, but there are a few things that these are riding on. It's all dependent on the enhancements. It's all dependent on the extent of the charges that they are pursuing. It depends on a lot of things. And Tennessee has a battle ahead of them, but I don't think that it's the lengthiest or most arduous battle ever.
Buddy who got shot might
take the stand. Why a guy like this would escalate words or maybe even punch.
If it was you, they're gonna take the stand. Ain't no way in the hell you standing by any type of code when it comes to word. Cause nigga, if it was you, you know for a fact they gonna throw your ass under the bus.
To pulling out a weapon, he's been placing it online this entire time. Quick, fast, and in a hurry, social media went and started gathering evidence against Chud the Builder. Now, I'm not saying that they had to do much work to do it, but it's quite clear that Chud the Builder was using his X platform, his streaming platform, and any other platform as basically a folder to provide to the prosecutors to say that this person was looking to do some sort of harm to people. There's specifically this alleged premeditation tweet that he put out that is just plain stupid and will not fly in court. One of the reasons why this is pretty shut and closed for me, like open and closed for me, they claim that they're gonna use his past stuff. Like they're gonna use the videos and stuff that he's accumulated over the internet. So I do want to read to you something that he has put out. This is just a tweet. This is 5/7, so we're talking about less than 10 days ago. He's talking about how all this may end. Series finale is a dead chimp. I'm reading it.
See, and you get to talking like this. And then you end up shooting somebody and think that this shit gonna go in your favor, bro. When no, gang, it don't work like that. You can't, bro. That's what I'm saying. Motherfucker come fucking with you. You got you got all rights to do what you gotta do. But you go fucking with somebody else, they get all rights to fuck you over, bro. You can't not let them do it either. And I ain't gonna lie, you can't. Might well take your ass whooping. Should have took your ass whooping, dog. It would have been better off.
On the pavement,
you'd have
and
been way better off.
When I walk.
Now you finna get some ass.
And then somebody kind of questions like, "Hey, isn't this premeditated, buddy? Don't you kind of want to take this down or whatever?" He said, "Premeditated self-defense. The entire internet is calling for violence against me. Yeah, I'm premeditating my defense."
That sentence don't even make sense
at all.
I wish I had my soundboard. That sentence don't even. My premeditated defense. What?
That's what he said.
Yeah, it's so crazy. But here's the thing. All of that could be used as evidence against him. You want to know why? It falls under character evidence. Sometimes evidence of somebody's prior bad acts to paint a character of who this person is in front of a jury comes in. You know, I'm over here covering the Julio Fulio thing, and these gentlemen are now making it seem like they're crazy and they're tapped. But you know what's coming in? Social media posts. You know, people that they've dealt with in the past. Interactions that went south in the past. It's character evidence because it paints to a jury who you are as a person and if you're prone to some of these things. In his situation, if he's been doing this for a long time, he's such a public nuisance that the state of Tennessee and the district attorney's office, they chose to bring charges. They don't do that lightly.
Especially not these charges. Like the charges that we're talking about, these are serious charges. Last thing that I got for you, what could he be looking at if all of this does stick?
Well, if the person, and correct me if I'm wrong, did the person that he hurt, like, did they survive?
They survived it.
Okay, so attempted murder charges for sure. I think that's probably going to be the biggest thing. It depending on how they look at the.
They say attempted murder is worse than actual murder. I guess it's depending on, like, cause like if you almost kill somebody, you really ruin the fuck out the rest of their life. You see what I'm saying? But if you actually kill somebody, you low key do less damage. Meaning they ain't gotta live with it. You do what I'm saying? It's weird, but I don't get that shit. That shit kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
actions and the behavior, the injuries of this person. I've seen people get grazed by bullets and still get attempted murder charges. I've seen people, if it's a fight, depending on the seriousness of the injuries, it could drop down to assault and battery. But given his trajectory and also the antagonizing of trying to get a rise out of people too, this could be pretty bad for him.
All the evidence, and I do mean all the evidence of antagonizing these people on the streets, going around macing them, saying that you will escalate situations if people approach you, goading them into situations in which you will ultimately end in violence. And then exactly the tweet saying that you are acting as premeditated self-defense, allegedly. They're not going to treat this like some sort of isolated shooting event. The reason why people are going to these extremes is because he's basically laid out the blueprint over the past couple of weeks as to what he was going to do. And then his dumbass just executed the plan. His formula wasn't complicated. You approach a black person, say something racist, wait for the anger, record the reaction, claim that he's the victim, escalate, call it free speech.
Look at him, bro.
Because
just
people aren't
folks,
just
bro.
reacting to this one headline. They're reacting to the entirety of his existence. What makes it worse is that people have been collecting these videos and commentating on them over the past couple of weeks, making it clear as ever that this situation is not some sort of one-off, but it's basically something that has been seen from the start based off of his words and his actions. Flocko, the day has come. We saw Chud getting arrested from the jump, right?
Hey, listen, man, fan. I did a 2-hour interview with Chud, and during this interview, I knew that like this was coming because Chud said to himself, Chud says, the only reason I'm doing this is not because I'm racist or because I hate black people. I'm doing this because it's war against black people, because a black woman and her daughter had a road rage incident with Chud. They filmed Chud or took a picture of Chud, like kind of like cussing him out. Well, they posted a picture and said, yo, this man called me the N-word. Chud admitted that he said nigga during this incident, but he didn't say the hard R, right? So he was then shocked that after they posted this, it went viral in their hometown. He lost his job. He started a business, and people say, yeah, I don't want to associate with this guy. And then he got pretty much ostracized. So because of this, he said he now has a vendetta against black people, and this was he was doing this. So in his 2-hour conversation, bro.
Weirdo. What a weirdo, bro. You feel like, so you always been doing that dumbass shit, letting that shit fly, man. Why are you saying nigga anyways? You ain't got no business saying that, bro. Nobody stamped you, gang. I'm sorry. Nobody stamped you. You tripping out, bro. So you can't get mad you lost your bitch ass job, bro. Yeah. Cause you been faking it, even to your coworkers and shit. Your boss thought you was a great man, but you out here disrespecting people for no reason with your bitch ass over some road rage. And you probably can't even fucking drive. You don't look like it. You look like you need a horse, bitch. Yeah, horse riding ass bitch ass nigga, man.
The level of anger that he displayed, I say, yeah, this nigga is gonna hurt somebody at some point. And then what really did it though was the kick fame. Now, I'll be real, I have my conspiracy theory, because if you guys don't know, Eddie has like this clip network, which I'll be real, yo, Eddie has bought out all the Clippers. Like they own everything, bro. Yo, it's so crazy, nigga, I go on TikTok, nigga, I don't see a Twitch clip ever, nigga. This nigga has formed the first, like, Clipper monopoly. I thought monopolies was fucking illegal. This nigga has found a way to have a fucking monopoly, bro. So I'll be real.
That is crazy though.
Because all the kick streamers, they, they have an ability, like if you reach a certain like viewership, you can enter into like the Clipper program. I think Eddie is responsible. I think like, cause Chud was a bum ass nigga in the crevices of the internet doing mediocre views. Then there was this where when he got on Kick and started doing like IRLs, there was this switch to where now all the clip pages was posting his clips, and then he had that surge, right, before Kick like kicked him off. So I'm like, hold on, bro, is Eddie responsible? But I believe that bro, like, yo, that initial like surge, that what did it for him. When racist whites was saying, yo, you are our leader. You are the guy that we want to hide behind. You are the leaders, Chud. And once he felt like he was now in charge of a community of people, he became more bold and more brazen. Right? Because each and every scenario he has, people say, do this to the right black person. And then he responds back with what? I already did. They ain't do shit. Look at me. Yo, he would go to these places looking to find the biggest, blackest black guy there to buck break him, essentially. As simple as that. Yep. He was trying to buck break us. Yep. And it's like, yo, and once I seen this was where he was going, the minute that he met some defiant niggas, because again, yo, we all know, my nigga, there are defiant niggas. Not all niggas is like addicted to this proximity to white folks. Some niggas ain't going for none of that, bruh. Niggas, some niggas wake up and don't give a fuck about life. Listen, Chud ran to a gas station and ran across a nigga who you could see visibly all the frustration and poverty on his face. This nigga got off a 12-hour shift and had a crowbar in his bro. Why would you go fuck?
Yeah, you gonna find the right motherfucker, bro. You out looking for trouble, you gonna find it. Trust it. Trust that.
Nigga who got out of a fucking 1994 Toyota Corolla, came into the store with a crowbar, was mad as hell, and you chose to pick a fight with that nigga? So once that nigga slapped him on and off camera, and he got spat on, and it got posted, and he got roasted and ridiculed by his own community. Now, again, now the racists, like Misfit Patriot and others, were now saying, ha ha ha, you's a bitch. Zarka, the original Chud, told Chud, how would you allow these blacks to do this to you? Once that happened, he came online and said what? The grand finale would be a dead chimp on the pavement, I walk free, and y'all protested.
So you really got gassed up. Y'all seen this in real time. This whole ass nigga got gassed up, gang. And now he fucking locked up. That shit tough, bitch ass dude. How can you let them black folks do that to you? Whoever that nigga he just showed, bitch. No cap. You's a bitch.
And the minute I saw that, I said, okay, yeah.
That's when the switch flipped. That's when everything was like, yep.
And bro, even looking at the scenario,
he hyped you up there. He hyped you up to kill something. It's crazy.
Because the nigga, the cops came, he went live, turned the camera down, and gave a confession. Stupid nigga. Right, so here's what I was told happened, even from people that was filming. So, okay, so there's a video from, I guess, most of the incident, right? Because when it happened, right, I think I'm the first person with the picture of his actual, the bullet wound. Because people who was watching from their window and there, they tapped in and sent me everything. You feel me, right? But Chud, to his admission, walked up to the men because he claims they were looking at him, laughing and pointing. Now again, Chud is a pathological liar. So when Chud says laughing and pointing, I think niggas was minding their fucking business. Chud seen niggas over there, I bet. Let's go. So he walked up to this guy. Now,
laughing and pointing at you for what, bitch? You a man in a suit. Who the fuck gonna point and laugh at a nigga in a suit? Your goof ass, probably your goof ass haircut, your naked ass fucking face. Quit shaving your shit. That's what I'm saying. Always be them weird ass niggas who overage, shaving their goddamn face, trying to look young, motherfucker. You are weird. You are a weirdo. Fuck out of here. That's probably why they was pointing and laughing at your weak ass.
Chud's own admission,
but I doubt they
and to the eyewitnesses as well. And they told Chud, hey, bro, leave us alone. Chud said they said that as well. Now, Chud claims that they followed him. That's a lie.
We know that's
a lie. Because what happened was Chud turned, and then dude says, yo, bro, I got PTSD. Don't fuck with me. Chud said, or what? So Chud did not walk away and they followed Chud. Chud was about to tell the police, right? So Chud says, the veteran says, I got PTSD. I feel like I'm in. Chud stopped at I'm in. He stopped at that, and this is on camera. He stopped at saying I'm in. What he was about to tell the cops was, I feel like I'm in danger. He stopped. He stopped. Go back and watch the full audio. It's on my page and it's on the pump site.
He literally said, I have PTSD. I feel like I'm in. He said, you start saying all that chimp out shit to me, I'm gonna hit you.
He stopped before saying I'm in danger. I got PTSD. When you behave like this, I feel like I'm in danger. Please go on with all that chimp nigga shit. I got PTSD. There's footage that has resurfaced of the Army veteran or the military veteran talking about PTSD and how Loud Knox fucks with him. It's online. So when the guy tells you this, and then you proceed to tell him
Loud Knox
and do things you know is gonna trigger the PTSD after he warns you, and dude is on military, I guess disability too. So he has a confirmed diagnosis of PTSD. He told you this. You then antagonize somebody who you had knowledge of having PTSD. He then strikes you. Now, Tennessee, and I just heard this from a legal expert, has very specific codes and laws. You have to meet it with equal force. That's one. Secondly, you cannot be the reason why the conflict escalated. So A, the conflict escalated because of him. Two,
you can't start shit and then try to play self-defense, bitch. You can't do that shit, bro.
You didn't meet with equal force, nigga. It was a one-on-one fight, and you shot a nigga because you don't want to take an ass whooping. Chud is stupid too, because, bro, he gave the full confession, nigga. He admitted, I walked up to them. He told me he got PTSD. And also, bro, the slick bastard too said, oh, and he told me, don't say all that chimping stuff, and then he punched me. You know, he said, don't do all that chimping stuff, and then you said it. And you feel me? So, hey, bro, he cooked, my nigga. He done.
That's what I was gonna ask you, because at Chud acts like we don't know how PTSD works. Something has to trigger the PTSD.
Yeah.
But final thing, so you think these charges are gonna hit?
Oh, Finn, listen, bro. I was told.
I don't know, man. Do y'all think these charges are gonna hit? I don't wish jail on nobody, nor do I wish death. But at the same time, this nigga need to learn his fucking lesson.